Hello and welcome to Sports Today. A very good Friday morning for you. I hope all of you guys are safe amid these tough times and enjoying all the sports coverage that we are bringing to you. There's a lot happening after a year, like I said in the last show. After a year of dull period, the sporting fraternity is enjoying a lot of action-packed stuff over the last month. So there is Europe. There is a lot of stuff happening in tennis as well. And if you are an Indian cricket fan, don't forget India will be playing New Zealand in the World Test Championship final in a few hours from today. Keep an eye on the weather, but it promises to be an exciting match. Let's dive straight into the Euros. Euro group stage action is heating up. We all know that two match days are over for the first three groups, and let us see the teams which have qualified for the round of 16 already. From Group A, Italy have qualified with 6 points. From Group B, Belgium have qualified with 6 points. And from Group C, Netherlands have qualified with 6 points. So it's getting, as I said, it's getting heated up. Italy, for instance, they were kind of billed as dark horses, but they are showing that they are one of the contenders now. And Belgium, we all saw yesterday's match against Denmark. It was an emotional return to the Parken Stadium for Denmark, because we all know what happened to Christian Eriksen in their first match. And the good news is he is in the hospital and he's stable at the moment. And he has sent a message to fans saying that he's okay and has thanked them for all the good wishes that came his way. And it was a very emotional match for Denmark yesterday against Belgium. Belgium felt the heat in the first half. Olsen scored the opening goal in the second minute, and you could see the noise at the Parken Stadium. The noise hit the roof with Denmark fans supporting their team, and they created plenty of chances. Denmark they threatened to double the lead, but sadly it didn't happen. And there was a touching gesture at the 10th minute where both the teams stopped the game, and the players from both the teams and the officials and the fans uh, paid their tribute to Christian Eriksen. There was a lovely banner in Denmark which said, "The whole of Denmark is with you." And even Belgium fans held posters wishing Christian Eriksen a quick recovery. Denmark rode on the momentum. They were charged up. You could see during the national anthem how charged up they were. But then it all changed for in the match when Kevin De Bruyne was introduced in the second half. We all know his quality. Denmark went into the break with a 1-0 lead, but then things changed. Kevin De Bruyne scored a goal and he provided an assist, and Belgium held on to a 2-1 win. And let's move on to Netherlands. Netherlands are the Group C toppers now, and they have a chance to win the group. They have already qualified, and the Netherlands came up with a clinical show against Australia. Against Ukraine, they won the match, but it was 3-2. The back line was a bit nervy. We could see them troubled by the Ukraine front line. But yesterday it was a clinical performance against an Austrian team. Keep in mind, Austria are no pushovers. They showed an account. They proved an account of themselves. But Netherlands were too good for them. Memphis Depay scored the goal, and the major change I see is that Matthias de Ligt's inclusion in the back line. He provides solidity to the back line, and they maintained a clean sheet. And what do you guys think? Are Italy the early title favorites? They've been quite impressive, haven't they? Netherlands and Italy, keep in mind, they didn't qualify for the 2018 World Cup, and Netherlands didn't even make it to the Euro in 2016. But now both of them have a chance to redeem, and they have taken the first step towards that. They have qualified for the round of 16. And Italy are showing their class. A lot of people say that Italy, they start slowly in tournaments and slowly build up. But this time, 2-3-0 victories. In fact, this is the first time they have won 2-3-0, two matches with the 3-0 scoreline in the Euro Championship. Are they peaking too early, or are they a champion material this time? You could see Roberto Mancini's side playing a completely different way to the traditional Italian style. Traditional Italian style is a guarded, cautious approach, and then they hit on the counters. But this time they're free flowing, and Roberto Mancini has to be given a lot of credit for the way Italy have transformed over the years. Keep in mind, they are on a 29 match unbeaten run, and in their last 10 victories, they haven't even conceded a single goal. That is dominance for you. And they're finding new heroes. For instance, Locatelli, the guy who scored the brace, he's a new hero for them, and their main stars are performing. Immobile, Insigne, they are all performing, and Berardi was top class in their last match. And we also have to keep an eye on Chiellini's injury, because he has been a very, very important part of Italian defense, and he went off early in the first half with a hamstring injury. But Italy are looking good for the tag of title contenders. It'll be interesting to see how they proceed from here on. And today we have two big matches in Group D, England and Croatia. Both of them will be looking to, Croatia lost their first match against England, so they will be looking to get their account open, and England can seal progression if they win tonight's match. Let's move on to a bit of tennis, because yesterday there was a series of stars pulling out. It was like pulling out spree. First, Rafael Nadal dropped the bomb saying that he will not be participating in the Tokyo Olympics and Wimbledon this year. It'll be a shame to see not to see Nadal representing Spain at the Olympics. In fact, he won the 2008 Olympics gold, and also at the Wimbledon, he won the titles in 2008 and 2010, but his form was way better in 2018 and 2019. Of course, last year Wimbledon was not held, but Nadal winning on grass could have been good, but he has said that he wants to prolong his career, and last few weeks has taken a toll on his body. Keep in mind, he's 35 and he gives his all for the clay court season, and he gave his all. Unfortunately, he lost in the semi-finals to Novak Djokovic, who went on to win his second French Open title. But Nadal has made the call. He has said that he won't be participating in the Tokyo Olympics and Wimbledon. And we hope that we'll see him in action in the US Open later this year. And Naomi Osaka has also pulled out of Wimbledon, and she has said that she'll be focusing on Tokyo Olympics. So she'll be representing. She'll be playing in Japan. She'll be making an Olympic debut. So that's a good thing. Keep in mind, Osaka pulled out of French Open midway after the controversy over the refusal to attend press conferences. She said that over the last few weeks, the COVID restrictions and all that has taken a mental toll on her. And it's good that she's taking a break during the grass court season and coming back for the Olympics. And don't forget, Dominic Thiem also said yesterday that he will not be participating in the Tokyo Olympics, but he'll be going to Wimbledon. So he expects a good show in Wimbledon, but he's focused on making a mark and defending his title at the US Open. It's been difficult for sports stars this year, over the last 2 years since the COVID-19 pandemic started. There have been a lot of restrictions, and the tournaments have been changed, the schedules have been changed. For instance, the time between the French Open and the Wimbledon is just 2 weeks. So it is taking a toll on their body. So the stars are taking their call and managing their calendar accordingly to keep them fresh for the important tournaments. And let's move on to the women's match. India women dominated England women with the bat towards the second half of the day 2 in Bristol, with Shafali Verma and Smriti Mandhana stitching a record partnership of 167. But in the end, they lost 5 wickets for just 20 runs. And India women will be hoping that they cut down England's lead and give themselves a chance to stay in the contest today. There's plenty of sporting action, like I mentioned earlier, and keep coming back to sports today. And if you had missed the lineup of star-studded interviews we had yesterday, please go back and watch them. From Sachin Tendulkar to Saurav Ganguly to Brendan McCullum to Harbhajan Singh, we had everyone previewing and predicting the World Test Championship final for you. It's going to start in a couple of hours now. So if you're going to warm up to the World Test Championship, there's no better place than Sports Today and its interviews for you. Thank you. Have a good day.